Please adhere to YouTube selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing a bunch of mega tall monsters. And to make it clear that they are indeed mega tall, I'm going to be using a very small pen in today's video. I'm going to be using a Sakura Micron 0.45 millimeter pen. I don't know why they call it the 0.5 when this is 0.45 millimeters, but I do suppose they probably just rounded up. But I'm a little bit out of breath right now because I just walked up the stairs very quickly. But basically what I'm going to be trying to do in today's video is just to make it as clear as possible that these monsters I'm drawing are like super tall kind of thing. When I'm doing that with a thicker marker, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as tall as it could be. So as such, I figured I'd try drawing a bunch of my typical really tall monsters with a really thin pen and see if I can make them look any taller than they usually do. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and get to drawing. Yes sir, you know what I'm saying. So I'm also going to be making all of the details very small as well. So all of the heads are going to be decently small, all of the legs are going to be very thin, all of the arms are going to be very thin, all that sort of stuff. So let's just go ahead and start off with one of the heads right here. And then I'm just going to have another one right there, and I'm just going to go all throughout and just make sure that all of these are just very nice, small details and everything like that. Although I will admit the faces I want to make for these monsters are not going to be small faces by any means, but it is going to be smaller than usual because I'm not using a Sharpie, that is for sure. So let's just go ahead and continue going down this side as well. There are certainly going to be a lot of monsters on this piece of paper, which I do suppose makes sense. If I'm using a smaller pen, I have more room to, well, put monsters and everything like that. And there we go. I think these are all of the monsters that I want to do in today's video, or that I want to draw in today's video. Let's go ahead and do the legs. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with this one right here. Just take the legs all the way down, just like that. And I'm going to go back through and add the feet later on. I'm just going to focus on doing the legs at the moment, just like that. And I'm just going to move right from here. That's right, right? That way's right. Yeah, that way's right. All right, so let's just go ahead and do the legs for this one as well, just like that. Just try to get the legs as close as possible. That is pretty much my goal. I just want to make them look like if the wind picks up, these are all just going to blow over. That's kind of my goal. I love making like creatures that look like they're going to blow over the wind. Oh, messed up a little bit there. My hand kind of fell off. I'm going to try to make sure I keep it going with my second one right there. Okay, there we go. The legs on this one are a little bit messed up, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and start off with the left side now, which I will admit, I'm just going to look, and I think I'm just going to move my seat over just a little bit like this and put my arm on my table. Y'all can't see my arm, but I am indeed resting my arm on my table, or my other arm on my table, just to give me a little bit more stabilization. And I'm going to go back through and just add all of the facial details in just a couple minutes. But first off, I want to go ahead and get all the legs done, and then I think after I'm done with all the legs, I'm going to go and add all of the arms, and then after that, I'm going to go and add hands and feet, and then after that, I'm going to go ahead and do all of the facial details. All of the faces for these monsters are going to look exactly the same. That is the plan, at least. Glad this pen ain't fading though, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Alright, cool. Well, I think that is all done. I don't really think there's any other legs that I need to do. No, like, quite literally, there are no more legs that I need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding arms now. Just coming out of the bottom of the monsters, and they go almost all the way down to the tippy tops of the feet, or to the very bottom of the feet, I do suppose is the right way of putting it. I have to be careful with this line. It's all getting very close together right here. Glad I didn't add any more monsters in, because otherwise I wouldn't really have room for all of these lines. There we go. There's one side done. Let's go ahead and do the other side now. And there we go. I think the pen is starting to fade just a little bit, but that's okay. If it starts fading too much, then I do suppose I might have to figure out a way to make it not fade, but it seems to be back. It must have just been the way I was holding it or something like that. Let's see. And I don't want any of these lines to hit. If they do hit, it's not the worst. It's certainly not the worst thing in the world. But I would prefer if they didn't hit, just to keep all of these characters separate. It's kind of the look I want to go for, but I also really want to fill in all of the, oh, what's it called? All of the white space, or what is it? Positive space and negative space? Is that the right terminology? I honestly don't know. I want to fill in all of the, I think it's negative space, because positive space is space you filled in, right? And the negative space is space that's not filled in. And I kind of just want to make the best use of the negative space that I can. I hope I'm saying all that correctly. I really don't know. Let's see, this one is going to get a little bit tight. I haven't had a cigarette in a little bit, so my eyesight is getting a little bit fuzzy, I ain't gonna lie. Having a little bit of trouble focusing my eyes, but that's okay. I'll just go ahead and bring that all the way down, and I think this is one of the last ones I need to do. My hand is getting a little bit tired. I'm going to take a break after I finish up all of these, all of the arms, and then after that, I said I was going to do the legs, but I think I'm actually going to do all of the faces first. But first off, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break. So there we go. Alrighty, I'm going to go and take a little bit of a break real quick. And we can definitely tell these are much more, like, towards the middle, it gets a lot more, definitely a lot more spread out, I definitely have to say. But I don't really think that's a bad thing. I think it gives the drawing some uniqueness, if I do say so myself. Just pop my hands and everything like that. Ooh, perfect, perfect. Let's just go ahead and start adding these faces, though. I'm just going to have the eyes be like that, and I'm just going to go through and add all of the top eye lines first, because of course those are not going to be the only eye lines. But I'm just going to go through and do that on every single character. Just like that. And now I'm going to start adding the second eye line. And these faces are not going to be particularly detailed. I kind of want the characters to look like they're very far away. So adding an exorbitant amount of details to the face, I don't feel like would be really in my benefit, because I want to make it clear that these characters are far away. And I've been smearing this. I've been smearing my pen just a little bit today. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But I do definitely want to make it clear that these characters are far away. And if I add all sorts of detail, it makes it seem like they're closer up than further away. So I kind of want these to actually be lacking in detail, which is not really something I want all that often, but it is something I want today. I'm going to go and start adding noses. And now whoopsies, and now mouths. And there we go, perfect. And that is the faces for all of these characters right here. I've definitely been smearing quite a lot of my drawing today. Now it is time, though, for me to go ahead and start adding all of the feet. And man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, my hand is definitely a little bit tired. My hand is definitely a little bit tired, that is for sure. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start adding the feet now. So there we go, feet, 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 just like that. Let's see, those are the feet, right? Yeah. Oh, these are the feet. And there we go. All right, all done with the feet. Let's go ahead and add the hands now. Just some very small hands, nothing too big or anything like that. Not too much detail as said, but I still want to make the details that I want to make clear, that is for sure. And this is one of the details that I want to be clear. Oof. I gotta do something like this on a like a wall or something like that. And I don't mean spray painting, I mean carving it into the wall, so then people 1,000 years from now are like, what the fuck is this? I gotta do that. I gotta do that. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been talking much today. This is honestly taking my concentration quite a bit. And there we go. All right, now that is not the complete drawing though. I have done all of the details that I do want to do, but I want to make it clear that these are indeed extremely tall. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a dot right there, and I'm just gonna have a line coming all the way up, just like that. And it's just gonna say U, just like that. And that's just gonna have a little arrow, just like that kind of thing. So that is you. So that's how tall you are. Even if like I'm 6'1" kind of thing. This is 6'1" versus these guys. So 6'1". These guys are like 1,000 feet tall. They're huge. They're massive kind of thing. They really are just insanely huge. And I do definitely think I've made it very clear how tall these monsters actually are. I will admit, my hands are a little bit tired. I definitely did smear a decent amount of my drawing on my hand today, but either way, certainly no complaints on my behalf. This drawing, while it was a little bit tiring, it was a little bit tedious, it was a little bit repetitive, was still very enjoyable nonetheless. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any constructive criticism. I am very happy with this drawing, I will admit, so certainly no complaints on my behalf. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. And if you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my main channel, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, y'all. Until the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?